Bear with me, y'all, because my camera keeps cutting off. Um, so Psalms 21 says, and I wrote it down. It's actually in front of me. Okay, hold on. I'm new to this. Okay, one of these days this is just gonna come natural for me. But bear with me. Okay, so Psalms 121. The Lord guards His people. I look up to the hills, but where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let you be defeated. He who guards you never sleeps. He who guards you never sleeps. Catch that. He who guards Israel never rests or sleeps. The Lord guards you. The Lord is the shade that protects you from the sun. The sun cannot hurt you during day, and the moon cannot hurt you at night. The Lord will protect you from all dangers. He will guard your life. The Lord will guard you as you come and go, both now and forever. So I read that scripture and I used that as, a reference point when I was praying to God, asking for His protection for this specific person. And when I got done praying, I was like, I had a question for you, Lord, because I know this is not a question that just I have thought about. But I'm like, if you protect us night and day, and your protection is something that is ongoing. So you're protecting us and you're guarding us even while we are resting, even while we are sleeping. This is like an ongoing thing all day, 24/7. You're protecting and you're guarding us. What about when people are going through domestic violence issues? What about children who are in situations where they don't know how to use your word to protect them, Lord? I'm like, and I'm just being vulnerable because I'm telling y'all, I be for real. I be asking God these questions because I need Him to reveal to me and make it make sense. Because what the enemy will try to do, because the enemy knows the word of the Lord. Like, y'all got to remember, like, he was sitting up there. He was a part of the kingdom at one point before he was casted down. And so he knows the word of the Lord, and he knows how to use that to twist it and make you believe the opposite of what the word says. So that he uses your feelings, right? He uses how you feel about certain situations to make your feelings then turn into fears and this, that, and the other. And so you start to believe and move opposite of what the word says based off of leaning more into your flesh than your spirit, right? And so I don't leave nothing off the table when I'm talking to God. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I feel like, what if he gonna be offended? No, he ain't gonna be offended. He just gonna, lead me, guide me, tell me what it is. And so I'm like, Lord, I thought about the little boy in Lancaster, young boy. He was like, he died at the hands of, I don't even know if I could say that on YouTube, but it was like child abuse, and his mother's boyfriend would beat him. And so it happened in Lancaster. It was this big ordeal. There's this whole thing that happened. And now they have a foundation, or they have some type of law in his name. But this little boy, I was like, what happens when children don't know how to use your word to protect them? Why is it that these children and people who are left defenseless because they can't defend themselves are not protected by your word? Because you said that nothing can harm us, nothing can come against us. Like, so you're saying that we're guarded day and night. This is what your word said. I'm bringing it to the Lord because I'm like, this is how I truly feel. And I don't want the enemy to try to use my insecurities or my feelings, my fleshly feelings, to try to flip what God's word says. So I'm like, Lord, if that's what your word says, then why are these children and people who are defenseless, unalived? And I was sitting there and he was like, part of it is that some people don't yield to the Lord completely. And sometimes it is that the consequences of our choices and our actions sometimes put us in harm's place. He said, but the ultimate thing, and he revealed to me, is that sometimes it is our purpose. And I know that sounds crazy because I was like, He said, sometimes it is our purpose. And sometimes we are brought here for that purpose. And he brought to me the great example of Jesus and his ultimate sacrifice and the purpose for his birth. And he said, remember how Jesus was brought here and how he had a purpose to live out. He said, what came from Jesus' death? What came from his purpose here on earth? You have to think about it. He was also beaten. He was also, lied on. He was also, treated unfairly by those who didn't believe or felt inferior to his power. He said, what came out of his unaliveness? And I'm going to figure out on YouTube what words I can use and what words I can't. And I was like, my salvation. He said, exactly. He said, some of us, we don't understand it, and it'll forever be beyond our understanding. And sometimes we just have to believe, even though we don't understand or probably don't even agree with it. He said, but our purpose, some of us are put here for a purpose, and some of our purposes does come with sacrifice. It does come with some trials and tribulations, but believe. And he said, believe that he suffers no more. And he was talking about the little boy that was in my heart, because I was weeping while I was talking to him, and I was crying, and I was like, but that baby, he said, he suffers no more. But his death did not go in vain. His death brought so much attention to child abuse. It brought so much attention that now when people see children in positions, even if they feel like they don't know, or maybe it could be or it couldn't be, now people are inclined to call the police. Now the people are inclined to interfere. So his sacrifice, his purpose here, although it may have been, his life may not have been as glamorized as people would hope it would be for children who are left defenseless, he saved thousands. He said, if not thousands, he saved millions. Millions of children are protected. Millions of children have been saved by this one sacrifice of this child. His purpose was fulfilled. And it made sense to me at that moment, because Jesus was brought into this world and he was told that his greater purpose would come with the sacrifice, but it was for our salvation. And a lot of us are living and going to heaven because of his salvation that he gave us, because he lived out his purpose. And his purpose didn't look like he was rich and lived glamorous. His purpose came with a lot of hurt, of pain. And the ultimate ending of his life here on earth, physically, but of course he lives on eternally. And so the Lord began to tell me that, and I was like, okay, I got you. But I got on here ultimately to say that because I know that when I tell you to pray this prayer over yourself, and to know that if you feel unsafe, to go to God for his provision, go to him and ask him to lead and guide you out of that. But know that he has also given you the power. In Luke chapter 10:19, he's giving you the power to walk on snakes and scorpions, okay? And this power is greater than your enemy. So if you're feeling unsafe and you're feeling like you don't have peace, like you can't sleep at night, please pray. Please pray. Because, and whatever you have access to, a phone, if you have a laptop, whatever it is like that you need to find the Lord's Prayer, whatever it is, pray and ask God to stand on his word that he said, Psalms 21, that what did he say? I'm going to go back to it. I told you I'm new to this. Stick with me now. He said that he who guards us never sleeps. Okay? And he will not let you be defeated. So know that you are being guarded day and night, day and night, day and night. He said, by sun and by the moon, your guard never sleeps. So I don't know who needed to hear this or if it was a word for somebody, but I felt it deep in my stomach. that turn up, that nervous feeling you get. And I hope that you feel protected. And I hope that you know that you are going to make it out of this, that you are going to that you are not going to be defeated. And your hurt and your pain does not go in vain, that the Lord sees you suffering. And he said it is not in vain. So I don't know who needed this protection, but I'm going to read it again for you as I prayed for someone else that was near and dear to my heart. I'm going to read this prayer for you, okay? And Father God, I pray that this prayer reaches who it needs to reach in this moment and that they receive it. Psalms 121. I look up to the hills, but where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not let you be defeated. He who guards you never sleeps. He who guards Israel never rests or sleeps. The Lord guards you. The Lord is your shade that protects you from the sun. The sun cannot hurt you during the day, and the moon cannot hurt you at night. The Lord will protect you from all dangers. He will guard your life. The Lord will guard you as you come and go, both now and forever. Lord, I pray that whoever this is for, they receive it. And I pray that you guys have a wonderful, Wednesday? I hope y'all have a good day today. I love you, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That is all I need to have the support from you guys. That's how you can support my channel. Like the video, leave a comment, leave an emoji, whatever it is. That's how you can support me in this moment. I love you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.